Hey, how we doing tonight? Tonight we're gonna make a good little kind of a lunch brunch thing. I may have made something like this before, but oh well, I hadn't had a video up in a few days, and I had to make this for my wife's work tomorrow, so I figured I'll go ahead and do a video. We'll make some Hashbrown Casserole. What we're gonna start out with is about 1.5 pounds of good hickory smoked bacon, thick cut, fresh from the meat market. You don't want to get none of that all thin stuff. So what we're going to do, I'm going to hack this up here and I'll show you how to do it. Put it down here on your cutting board. I'm going to cut it this way first. Just lengthwise to little strands. Like that, and then we'll go sideways with it. And just make little cubes. You know, I used to do this, we're making bacon bits basically. To do this, I used to cook the whole bacon. A whole strip of bacon and then just crumbled up later, but I found it's easier if you dice it up first and cook these. It's just a little bit easier. So I'm gonna get this all diced up. We got the bacon all chopped up, cubed up like this. I got me a pan here, getting hot. Go ahead and put it in here. We'll stir it around. And to me, this is the best way. Just go ahead and do a bunch of bacon bits pretty fast. Just keep it moving around on a medium-high heat. And we'll just render all this bacon down. Now these bacon bits are almost done. I'm going to strain them off in just a second. And one thing I forgot to show, when you do bacon bits this way, at first they'll start putting off water before they start putting off all the bacon grease. You need to strain that water off, just hold it over like that and pour it out in the sink or whatever there first until they start putting out the grease or the oil. You know, or else they'll just sit there and it'll take a lot longer. But see, this is all bacon grease there. So I'm going to strain some of this grease in a little cup or something. Then we'll come right back. But those are done. That's perfect. Look at that. Great. Bacon strained off in the sink or not in a cup. We'll do some chopped onions. You can use fresh or frozen. I happen to be using frozen. That was one 12-ounce bag. I'm going to put about half of another 12-ounce bag in here. Okay, and we'll just let these saute on down. Get that good bacon flavor in them. While those onions are sauteed, I'm going to sneak another ingredient in here. I've got 1 pound or so of some pork butt we did the other night. Put it in a saucepan here. Turn it on about low. Let's see. Get this dang barbecue sauce open. A little barbecue sauce in there. Just let that simmer. Let that heat up some. That's going to be real fine. That's going to go in there too. Now that this pork shoulder started to heat up, it's kind of falling apart again. Mix it in with the barbecue. So we'll just kind of pretty much turn this off and let it just sit. Got the onion strained off too over there. Okay, now we're going to start putting this thing together. I've got some, I don't know, 30-ounce bags of frozen hash browns, country style hash browns. That's the one shaped like that. You can use fresh ones if you want. That'd probably even be a lot better, but I ain't got the time for all that. Boiled potatoes. There's one bag. Let's go with another one. Make sure you break them up. Okay. Got 2 bags here. I think that's all I'm going to be able to fit in my biggest bowl. That's fine. Throw that away. Now, we got some cream cheese. I got one 8-ounce bar of cream cheese. For the first thing I'm putting there, kind of. That'll be good. And we got some sour cream. Let's see, what's that, 1 pound? 16 ounces of sour cream. Come on, get out of there. Let's see. Get this dang sour cream out. Stubborn. Hate to have to just, oh well. I got the gloves on from, and go just dig that out of there. There we go. 60 ounces sour cream. I got some cream of chicken soup. Let's go off of 1 can. It's cream of chicken soup. Okay. Now, let's see what we can go with. Let's take that pulled pork. Make sure we drain it pretty good. Let's put in a little strainer here. Pour it on there. Oh yeah. The pulled pork. And start kind of working some of this in a little bit. Just got to work it in there. Maybe that was a bad idea to do that with both hands. Now I've got 2 really dirty hands. A dirty gloves, so I can't hardly grab the other stuff. Let's go with those onions. With the red onions. Got 2 sprigs of green onions. Sauteed onions and green onions. And last but not least here, we got those bacon bits. Wonderful. Okay. Let's do some cheese. This is just some casserole cheese. I got stuff all over the bag now. It's 8 ounces of cheese here in this bag. Throw that in there. Let's try to work this in. See where we can go from there. Alright, just massage it in with your hands. I almost forgot, we'll put a stick of butter in there. Get a stick of melted butter. Put that in there. Give it some good flavor. I'm going to put some of this Cajun seasoning in there. Whatever's to your taste. And me, I like it heavily seasoned. Probably about a tablespoon for me in this whole thing. Then I've got some salt, garlic powder, and pepper mix. I'm going to put that in there too. Give it a little seasoning. Then we're going to get back in here and mix all this. As I was blending it there, I think I used a little bit more cheese. So I had about another pack of cheese in there. And blend that on in. Never can hurt to have too much cheese, huh? At this point, I think I can add a little bit more hash browns. Let's a little bit more here. Let's add one more bag. So it's 3 of these 30-ounce bags. Hash browns. We'll just get these all incorporated in there. Okay, now I've grazed up a couple 6x9s or whatever you call these, 9x11s. You know what I mean, old Pyrexes. We're going to just put some of the mixture down in there. My hands are freezing a minute ago. Working with this frozen hash brown. I can get where you can see this a little bit better. Let's see. There we go. You can see the whole thing there. Well, we'll just do it like this in both pans. Just put it in there. Get a nice little. You don't want to press it down too hard, because you don't want it to get all, the potatoes to get all, I don't know, if they're pressed down together real hard, it won't be as fluffy, or just won't have a nice texture to it. So just want to kind of push it down in there a little bit with the tips of your fingers, like that, when you're dealing with something like this. Okay. A little bit more. Here and there. There we go, it's pretty good. I'm going to rinse my hands off just for a second. And then put a little cheese on top of there. A little bit of a casserole type cheese. If I can get the bag up and put the gloves on. Put a little cheese over the top. Just like that. Don't have to put a whole lot. Just want enough to give a little cheesy topping there. This stuff's going to be super good. I love this idea of doing the I'm going to call this barbecue hash brown casserole. And I've done it's kind of like my barbecue mashed potatoes. Those things turned out great. So there we go. I'm going to stop with the cheese on that one. Pop this in the oven, 375. Checking it about 25 minutes. Alright, after cooking for about 35 minutes, I think it's done. I'm going to let the hash browns, barbecue hash browns, sit here for about 5 minutes, just settle for a minute, then we're going to taste them. Look great. So I'm going to try to plate some of this up and we'll give it a try. Wow, smells great too. Wow, look at that hash browns. Little try here. Still really hot. Let's blow on it. That is awesome. Man, you gotta try this. Barbecue, you can taste the barbecue in there, onions, all that good sour cream. That is some goodness right there. You really gotta try these loaded barbecue hash browns. Oh yeah.